Hey guys, it's Vornskyr here, and today we're back in Euro Truck Sim 2, and I've set myself a bit of a challenge, which is to tow a 95 ton load with basically a starter truck. So if I go into the diagnostics display, you can see this truck. It's just the Iveco Stralis. It's got 310 horsepower, 1300 newton meters of torque. It's just the lowest power truck that I could find in the game, basically. So yeah, that's what we'll be driving, our valiant steed for the day, and that is our load. It's a 95 ton Siemens transformer, I think it is. There'll be links to the mod in the video description, as always. I'm also using a sound mod for this Iveco. It's from Creechbomb, or however you say that guy's name. So that sounds pretty cool. But yeah, so let's hook up to this load, and we'll see how it goes. So hopefully we'll actually be able to even get started, otherwise this is going to be a very short video. I have pulled this trailer once before, just me playing around in my own time. So I know the trailer works. Let's see how this goes though. Okay, so hooked up. My steering wheel is already shaking like there's no tomorrow. You can probably hear that coming through the microphone. That's the force feedback. Let's go into neutral, see if that fixes anything. That was not neutral. Okay, it is really shaking like there's no tomorrow. Let's see if we can quickly drive anywhere. That's not a great start. I'm basically holding it. No, there we go, it's stalled. Okay, I'm gonna disconnect that. Okay, that's not a great start. Right. I might actually try... I mean, this setup obviously isn't gonna work. I'm gonna quickly go to the mechanic and change to a different chassis. Maybe we'll have better weight distribution or something, and it might actually work. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I've gone for a 6x4 chassis now. Hopefully that's going to be a bit better for heavy loads. Let's reverse on and we'll see how it goes. Okay, it's hooked up alright, so it's not vibrating around like crazy anymore. That's a good start. Okay, so we're moving. We're moving in a straight line. Right. Again, probably not the best result. So let's reverse this back a little bit so I can unhook. So if you want to go in straight lines, that works really well. I guess you'd have some sort of drag racing competition. Alright, let me go to the mechanic one more time, because we've got another chassis option that I can choose, and we'll see if that works any better. Obviously, having the second axle has definitely helped the weight distribution, because it wasn't shuddering around like crazy or anything. So I think I know how we can get this working. We'll find out. Okay, so this time I've put on the, what's it called? The 6x2/4 chassis. That's the one that has the, this middle axle is also a steering axle. So hopefully this will let me steer as well as carry the load. We'll find out. Let's just back on here. There we go. Alright, take 3. And that does appear to be working. So it looks like that's what we needed. So, awesome. And as you can see, that is a 95 ton load, the Siemens Trafo, I don't know what language that is. Yeah, so the route we're taking, we are here in Osnabrück, we are going to try and get down here to Brussels. So we'll see how it goes. It doesn't look like there's a lot of motorway driving here. Looks like a lot of kind of back road sort of stuff happening. So this could be interesting. I don't know how we're going to fare with really steep hills or anything like that. I've only got a 12-speed gearbox in this truck. It's the vanilla truck, you know, vanilla engine, all that sort of thing. So the mods that I'm using, none of them will affect the performance of the truck. Let's chuck our beacons on as well. Cool. So yeah, so we'll just see how this goes, I guess. I have a feeling it's going to take a very long time. And I also have a feeling, I don't know how much fuel I've got. So 395 litres, I think that says. Given what I know about pulling some of these heavy loads, that may not be enough fuel. I might find myself driving basically from fuel station to fuel station. Because especially once you start going uphill, and I don't have any of the eco driving skills on this profile, but especially once you start driving uphill, you burn through fuel with these heavy loads. So we'll see how it goes. Can I start off in second? Barely. So this is my foot flat to the floor. This is my acceleration. It's fourth gear. So it is pulling it though. I think we're on a slightly downhill slope at the moment. But I mean, we are driving, we're moving, so the most important thing now that we're actually rolling is to keep our momentum up, because if you start getting too slow going uphill, you're basically screwed. Like I said, I've only pulled this trailer once before, but that was with a more powerful truck, so it was a bit of a challenge just with that powerful truck. So the other thing you got to be aware of is that slowing down takes a lot longer. At least the trailer itself isn't really too big though. It's I mean, it's slightly longer than our usual trailers, I think, but it's not particularly wide. So I guess that's kind of helps us out a little bit. So it looks like we got a right turn coming up here. Probably didn't really need to shift down there, but we're losing speed anyway. So managing your gears is pretty important when you're trying to do this, I think, or at least when you're trying to do it properly. Now, shit, which way am I supposed to go here? I think I actually want to stay to the right. It's kind of hard to tell on this little GPS display. We'll see how this goes. So we're currently doing just under 30 kilometers per hour, in case you were wondering. This is not going to be a fast trip. And now we're down to 20. So it looks like I'm going right down here. I feel like I should have my hazards on just because I'm driving so slowly. Might have to go down here in 6th actually. Just go down on the engine brake to kind of control the speed. I don't have the retarder gearbox in this truck, so I was trying to do it like a sort of starter truck, so as cheap as possible basically. Oops. I fucked up with my splitters there. That cost me a fair bit of speed. I'm down at about 25 kilometers per hour right now. I'll let this guy get past, because I'm a nice guy like that. This guy trying to come through is a shit out of luck though. So I'll just rev the shit out of it. And into 7th, there we go. So apparently I've got fuel remaining for 727 kilometers, and I'm just going to keep it on the fuel display, because running out of fuel, it's not really like a death sentence or anything like that, not in this game, because you just get transported to the nearest city, but I don't want to run out of fuel. So supposedly the speed limit along here is like 120 for cars, I guess. I don't think we'll be going that fast. I might try and go up into 8th gear. Should be able to keep pulling it, although we are going slightly uphill. And you see the revs are actually dropping down. I might have to end up in 6th gear actually. Yeah, we're going pretty slowly. So how many gears are we going to have to go down to? We're down in 4th now. We're doing about 15 kilometers per hour. It looks like it's kind of holding here. We might have to go down to 3rd. Yeah, it is pulling it. I'm going to take it down to 3rd anyway. I mean, really, doing this sort of thing in real life, I mean, obviously, this is just a game. But doing it in real life, you'd probably have, well, you'd definitely have escorts. You'd probably have some sort of push-pull setup, so you'd actually have 2 trucks pulling the load. But hey, this isn't real life. And of course, I mean, in real life, you wouldn't be doing it with the smallest horsepower truck you could find, would you? So, I have a feeling this is going to be a very, very, very slow drive. Because we're driving, what is it, 350 kilometers, I think? Which normally it wouldn't take that long. So we're finally building up some revs now. So let's go up into 5th. But yeah, 350 kilometers or however long it is, normally wouldn't take that long, but when you're doing less than 20 kilometers per hour, it's going to take a while. And you can see, I've already burnt through so much fuel at just getting up this, like, this slight sort of incline. So I'm going to have to stop at a fuel station, I think. But anyway, this motorway driving, this is the easy stuff, so I might skip through some of this, and I'll pick up once it gets a little bit more interesting. Alright, so it looks like we've finally gotten off the motorway and we found the beginning of these little back roads that we're driving on. And immediately we're going uphill. And immediately, I mean, we're in 3rd gear now. We're just dropping below 10 kilometers per hour. Oh god, we might have to go down to 1st here. Okay, this is 1st gear. We're doing about maybe 8 kilometers per hour. We are gaining speed. Let's see if we can go to 2nd. Oh, this is so slow. So we can go to 3rd. Oh god, where am I driving? Yeah, as I've been saying, you're not going to get anywhere quickly, but it is possible to do. Don't blow your horn at me. That's just rude. I don't even have air horns on my truck, otherwise I'd join in the party. What a wanker. Can't you see I'm driving up a hill with a heavy load here? Alright. We are making it uphill though. But again, we're burning through a ton of fuel. And I mean, the thing is, with the chassis setup on this truck already had a very small fuel tank. That's the other reason that it looks like you're going through so much fuel. Just because the tank is so small to begin with. We're picking up some speed now. So how far have we come? We're making... It's not actually that bad really. We've still got a fair way to go obviously. Where's the next fuel stop? There's one down here. We should be able to make that as long as there's not too many steep hills. I guess we'll find out. But we are... I mean, once you get to kind of flat ground, you do start picking up speed surprisingly quickly, given how heavy the load is and how small the trailer is, or how small the engine is. It's just every time you hit an uphill slope, you lose so much speed. Go up to 9. But I mean, the other thing I think you need if you're doing, like if you're carrying something this heavy or doing a drive like this, I think you basically need to drive in manual. Like, I can't imagine driving this with the game's automatic transmission. That being said, I know that the auto in this game has been updated a fair few times. I mean, I haven't used the automatic transmission in this game in years, so it's probably a fair bit better than it used to be, but still. I mean, just being able to hold it in gear yourself is a lifesaver, I think. You don't need a G27 or anything, obviously. You just do like a sequential shift with the keyboard or whatever. But yeah, I don't think I'd want to be doing this with it automatic, because you keep going up, down, up, down, up, down. You know, when you need the power band, you'd probably be stuck between gears or in the wrong gear or something like that. Not really what you want. And how fast are we going now? We're doing about 60 kilometers per hour. Isn't too bad. Supposedly we've got fuel for 484 kilometers, but we haven't travelled, like, I mean, it said at the beginning we had fuel for about 750 or something like that, and we certainly haven't travelled 300 so far, so we probably have to go down to 9th again here. We're losing speed. I guess we must be going slightly uphill. I mean, my foot is flat to the floor on the accelerator the whole time. There's no, like, easing off and cruising with this. Down to 8. I do like this sound pack as well. It's the first time I've used it. Apparently, it can be used to basically, or there's versions of it for all of the inline 6 engines, or the vanilla inline 6 engines, so this is for a specific one for the Iveco and the DAF. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Might find ourselves going down to 6th here. Not really sure. It seems to be basically holding it at 1400 RPM, which I think is basically right where the torque is on this engine, at least according to the stats. Yeah, it seems to be alright at the moment. We do have a turn coming up as well. Oh, and he's finally made it past. Good for him. Hopefully there's no traffic coming. Doesn't matter actually, we slowed down really well. Can't see. Those mirrors are in the such a bad place. Yeah, that's basically as fast as you're going to take off from the lights or anything, or a stop sign. I'm not going to be winning any races in this truck, or with this load. Oh, going the wrong way. I always crash when I try and drive in third person. It does look cool though. So how far do we have to go? $206 kilometers. We're doing pretty well. Apparently we've got fuel for, what's that say, 409 kilometers? So we're doing pretty well, all things considered. We haven't had too many steep hills or anything yet. Hopefully we won't, because that may be the end of us. But yeah, it's all going pretty well so far. It is very slow, but apart from that, it's all going pretty well. So I guess I'll skip forward again, and we'll see how we go. Okay, so we've travelled a bit further, trying to slow down for this corner. And I actually just got the hurry up warning a little while ago, saying that the customer expects delivery very soon. Now, I don't think we're quite halfway there yet. Let's have a look at the map. We're more than, well, a little bit more than halfway there actually. But yeah, there's no way we're going to make this delivery on time. I think this was one of those, what are they called? I think this was one of the just-in-time deliveries or something. So there was kind of an expectation that you would be pretty fast on the way there or something, I don't know. Obviously that didn't happen with this, but that doesn't really matter. Who cares? The most important thing is getting there, I guess. Maybe not if you're the customer, but anyway. So I think we're not too far away from this petrol station now. Traffic is really light as well, which is pretty good. I guess maybe it's not too light behind me. No, nothing behind me either. I guess it's either very late at night or early in the morning, I guess. Because I think sunrise starts at like 4 o'clock in the morning in this game. And we're going to have to start dropping it down gears here. So I should be able to make it up this hill without any problems. According to our readout, we got fuel left for 250 kilometers. So I think I will stop at this petrol station, because it seems unlikely that we'll be able to make it the rest of the way without filling up, basically. But we are pulling up this hill without problem, so that's good. Looks like we'll even be able to shift back up into 7th. Yeah, it seems to be holding it fairly well, right at about 1500 up here. And it looks like it levels off up ahead now, so we'll be able to pick up a bit more speed. I actually got all the way up into 11th gear earlier, if you can believe that. It's crazy. But yeah, it's actually really surprising to me how fast this truck accelerates once you hit flat ground. I mean, it might even be slightly downhill here. And we do have this fuel station coming up, so it'll start slowing down soon. But yeah, I mean, with it being such a small, like such a low horsepower engine, I wouldn't have expected it to pick up speed this easily, but obviously it does. So I'll just slow it down a bit on the engine brake here. Oh, stop, stop, stop. Perfect. It's almost like I meant to do that. Alright, so let's fill up. So we'll probably only get about 400 litres of fuel, or maybe less, I'm not really sure. As I was saying, this truck has only 287. So yeah, this truck does have a pretty small fuel tank, once you've got this chassis on it. It would have helped if I started it with the clutch in as well. There we go. And we continue on. Hopefully the sun will rise soon. I'll actually be able to see what's going on around us. I'm just going to pull straight out here. But yeah, so we carry on. We're not that far from Antwerp now, so I guess we'll discover that on the way through. I'm not sure why I haven't discovered that previously, unless it's been added in by pro mods or something. I don't really know. Obviously I've driven around it at some point. Anyway, doesn't really matter. So yeah, once we get to Antwerp we'll be pretty close to the destination as well. This looks like it's just a quick jump on the motorway or something. And then we'll be there. Alright, so it looks like we are approaching the outskirts of this city now. You obviously see buildings up on the horizon and everything. And my frame rate is really dipping, which definitely indicates we're approaching a city. And the sun is coming up as well, slowly, which is nice. Gives us a bit more light to see everything around us. And so, the real question is, are there any really steep hills in here? Because sometimes in these cities, there are just surprisingly steep hills. I mean, this one is a little bit steep, but it shouldn't be a problem. We've got plenty of momentum. There we go, got the discovery there. Not going to bother driving around the city, picking up different things and buying garages and everything. God, where'd all my speed go? So we'll just take this left turn up here. Oh, we've got a traffic light. Hopefully we'll be able to make it started up here. Oh god, we're rolling back. Oh, this might get interesting. Stalled it. Okay. Come on. Okay, we actually got rolling. God, that was hard. I just had my foot almost flat to the floor for most of that. I might just see if I can roll through this light. Okay, we can keep it going. Yeah, that was so hard to get started though. Oh god, I might do it again. Okay, we're good. Whew. That was crazy. I mean, doing a hill start with this trailer is going to be basically impossible. Like, just that little incline there, it was hard enough to get it started. So, well, there you go. That's one of the challenges that you'll face, I guess. Obviously, if you're not using a G27, you don't have to worry about that, like, or some sort of wheel with clutch controls. It looks like I might have to get into the left lane up here as well. And we're losing speed again. Alright, so we got a left turn up here, and then it should be onto the motorway for a bit of a drive. Oh god, we're going to have to do another slow start. I'm just going to do my best to keep this rolling. Come on, lights, change. There we go. As long as you have that bit of momentum to keep moving, you can make it. So what are we doing up here? Just curving around to the right by the looks of it. Yeah, so I'm guessing that this is part of the an area that ProMods has modified in, because I think they said parts of like northern Germany or something, that sort of area. I don't know, it's been a while since I read their update notes and everything. But it's a pretty cool little city intersection sort of area. And I guess I'll probably try and move over to the right hand lane. I'm guessing that's a better place to be. Given how slow we're going, we're still doing, what's that, 40 kilometers per hour? And we're losing speed. Probably find ourselves down in 6th for this. Or lower. Time to put the hazards on. Trying to find the right camera angle. No, it's not that one. There we go. It took long enough. Maybe that tow truck guy could give me a hand and just pull me up here. That'd be nice. Oops. Bad gear change. Alright. So we kind of made it back up to speed. We're doing, I say up to speed, we're doing about 30 kilometers per hour. And we'll probably end up slowing down here. But we've got to be close now. Oh god, how slow are we going to go? Down to 3rd gear. Okay, we're picking up speed again. Okay, we are exiting the motorway, heading down towards Brussels. So I'll just take it nice and slow down this ramp. Go down mostly on the engine brake. Because I don't particularly want to go out of control down an exit ramp. Alright, and there's the city up ahead. So all that remains now is to get in there and drop it off. Hopefully it won't take too long to drop it off. I guess that will depend on what place they've got me going to, what depot. Oh, we got traffic lights at the top of this hill as well. The horror. Hopefully they stay green, so we're going to be going pretty slow up here. In fact, if they go red, I'm just going to go through them. They have gone red, and like I said, I'm going through it. Don't stop right in front of me. Don't stop right in front of me. There we go, that all worked out. Let's jump into the right-hand lane. Another traffic lights here. These ones aren't too bad. They're actually on a slight downhill incline. It looks like our delivery point is just in here to the left. We made it! We did it! So just turn around and reverse into this spot. Preferably without running into anything. Because I think we've done pretty well so far in terms of damage. I don't think I've collided with anything. So just make sure we're nice and straight, and that we can back this thing in. Of course, the problem being I can't actually see what I'm doing. In fact, I've got no idea, I can't really see in that mirror. Alright, so we just have to keep going left a bit. This may end really badly. Oh, no, I think we got it. Hey! Not a perfect park, but it'll do. There we go, job done. We are a little bit late. So it took us nearly 13 hours of in-game time. We drove 398 kilometers and used 408 liters of fuel, well 409 really. So that's more than, basically, what is that, 100 and something liters of fuel per 100 kilometers. That's pretty good, that's a good effort, I think. But yeah, so there you go. So that's a super heavy load with a not very powerful truck. So anybody who says that you need like 1,000 horsepower and a 20 gear transmission and all the rest of it to do one of these loads, you don't. You just need a lot of patience because it's going to take a long time. But yeah, so that's all I really wanted to show you today. So that's been a pretty long one. I was driving for about 50 minutes, I think, to do what would normally take 20 minutes. So I guess that's just what you got to expect with something this heavy. But yeah, so I think I'll end this one here. So until next time, I've been Vornskyr. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.